And now it's time for us to go over to our Maida Vale studios where the Orb are getting ready to strike up the band, and this is called Secrets. Off you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Sometimes it appears that we're reaching a period when our senses and our minds will no longer respond to moderate stimulation.
We see a cold front with forecast of sub-zero temperatures, with tomorrow's forecast for continued mild. Continued mild? The expected frigid weather is due to a cold cold air masses moving down from Canada. And in the northwest, Helena got 6 inches during the night. And in the northwest, Helena got 6 inches during the night. Helena, Montana got 6 inches of snow during the night.
There's something really terrifying about the idea of an entire building full of completely whacked out CIA agents with who knows what kind of hardware about their persons tripping away crazily.
This is one of the things that astounded me. There's plenty of shocking things that were discussed in the early chapters in the book about how the kind of routine rights violations like the CIA.
Yes, some utterly vile.
With the drugs. We can get into some of that, some of these gore stories if you want, but almost you come to expect that from the CIA, knowing what the CIA is and what function it serves. But I was really surprised.
Until seemingly a millennium has passed, and time has lost its
and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We will return to our regularly scheduled program momentarily.
I think that must be the end of it, although we were told it ended rather differently. It was very good, and if it's not the end of it, I apologise for becoming part of the track, but that's part of the magic of radio, I think. The Orb playing for us live from our Maida Vale studios, and that's called Secrets, an appropriate title under the circumstances, and we'll have more from them later on. I was sitting there trying to recognise some of those little bits and pieces that came up. I'm fantastically bad at doing that, although I did recognise in the experimental pop band record a moment or two from the Electric Prunes. And we're going to go back to Maida Vale now, where there's some noise there already. The Orb are ready not just to play to us, but also to speak as well. And the record company has been kind enough to send us... who am I talking to? Is it Alex? Can you hear me?
Alex, there's three of us, actually.
Oh, the three of you? Okay. Yeah. See, the record company sent us, like, pages and pages and pages of documentation here. I'm up to page 44, the difficulty is now, but this was obviously sent to me with the idea that I should ask you some penetrating rock interview questions. Well,
but you're not.
I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, who are the three of you, then?
Well, we'll introduce ourselves.
Okay.
The first is Mr...
Andy Hughes.
Right.
I'm Phil and I'm number 2.
Right. What an unfortunate position to be in, yeah.
He's in lump.
Right.
You've got to like it or lump it.
Right, okay. Now, first of all, Alex, the one thing that I was reading in the Independent on Sunday the other day, because I know you go out and do a lot of DJing and stuff. You're still doing that, I take it, are you?
Yeah.
Was that I read in the paper that it startled me, I have to admit, but it said that, like, people, were getting up like $7,000 for just playing records for a couple of hours or an hour and a half. Do you get paid that sort of money?
No.
But you'd like to, though.
Not really, no. I mean, it's playing to the people. It's like very big clubs and sort of like 20,000 people, and it's not really the atmosphere I'd like to DJ in myself, anyway.
So right.
I'd rather go somewhere sort of like mid-America and still find out there's punk rockers about, actually.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, I mean, I do like one gig a year at the public baths Scunthorpe because I like. Because that's the reaction I get, really. But I quite like... People say, John, are you still gigging? And I say, yes, public baths Scunthorpe once a year for my mate Terry, who runs it. But I did do another one this year at a thing called South in Manchester, and it was exactly as you describe. I mean, there were about 150... I don't know how many people there were there, but I've got paid 150 quid, I remember that. But, I mean, it was just fantastic. One of the best nights I've ever had in my life.
Well, if you want to, you can come down and DJ when we're playing at the Academy in Brixton in March, because we've got plenty of rooms. And I know we've asked you in the past, John, as well.
Have you? Well, I'm always rather wary of doing these things, but...
Well, we got Annie down once because of Alex, so...
Yeah.
There's no reason why you yourself shouldn't come down and play some tunes as well.
Well, maybe I will. I should... This is I wasn't going to reveal this for a while, but I have been invited to play at the tribal gathering, actually. Somebody phoned up... No tittering, please. Somebody phoned up and said, would I like to do it? And I thought they were taking the mickey at first, but they said, no, we'd really like you to do it, so I think I'm probably going to go ahead. Anyway, because Jane the producer, and I were thinking, what should we ask these people? We get them in at great expense and so forth, and we ought to be asked. And she said she couldn't think of anything better than, what are you up to? So, what are you up to?
We're live in Maida Vale with the red light on, with the clock ticking away, and we're about to play Toxygene to BBC One.
Well, nearly BBC One, actually, isn't it? It's Radio 1, sorry.
It is, that's all right. We all go on.
At least I didn't swear, anyway.
No, you didn't. No, we all go on from radio to television, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, off you go.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.
When we destroy ourselves, we can do it. When we're down the end, we can see that.
Today we join the search for the giant squid. It's a sea monster weighing up to a ton, but it's never been seen in its natural habitat. Natural habitat.
The limbs on which he rolls along are big with hippopotamus muscle. He does not greatly care for sweets like ice cream or apple pie or custard, but thinks little what he eats. Hippopotamus muscle. The hippopotamus is true or his principle, and just. He always tries his best to do the things one hippopotamus must. He never rides trucks or trams in taxi cabs or omnibuses, and so keeps out of traffic jams and other hippopotamuses.
On Fabulous Radio 1, that's the Orb live from Maida Vale, although it sounded latterly anyway, so they were coming live from Foxhall Stadium, Ipswich, and another one from them before the end of the programme. You're now back with the Giant Squid Show. Now we fling you forward in time to our Maida Vale studio in London, and the Orb are going to be playing their last tune for this afternoon. This is Delta Mark II.
19 hours Greenwich Mean Time. There were scenes of confusion in...
You would be supplying information which might be used against you in a criminal proceeding.
Honorable beaters of children and sadists uniformed and in plain clothes. Distinguished Dixiecrat wearing the clothing of a gentleman. Eminent Republican who opposes an accommodation with the one country which we must live at peace in order for us all our children to survive. My boy of 15 left this room a few minutes ago in solid solely because I asked him to be in here to learn something from the procedure of the United States government. Had he been outside, where some friend of mine had his fighting goons operating in your heart, might say when they leave permanent injury or a police record, or the Pittsburgh desire to come here and hear how this committee operates. If you think that I am going to cooperate with this collection of Judases, of men who sit there in violation of the United States Constitution, if you think I will cooperate with you in any way, you are insane.
Now, I'll repeat the original question. I'll repeat the original question. Are you now, have you ever been a member of the Communist Party of any country?
The actor playing the radio reporter said that his cylinder was unscrewing, and then that a huge, unearthly creature was wriggling out. And, well, it wasn't long before thousands of people in all parts of the country started to panic. There were frantic calls to the CBS switchboard and to law enforcement offices. The streets were suddenly filled with fleeing people. One man came home to find his wife clutching a bottle of poison. She was screaming, "I'd rather die this way than like that." Well, the show was followed by the weekly program featuring the gossip columnist Walter Winchell, who said soothingly, "Mr. and Mrs. America, there is no cause for alarm. America has not fallen. Repeat, America has not fallen."
Now, I'll repeat the original question. 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 Are you now, have you ever been a member of the Communist Party of any country?
or to interfere with art, which must be free in order to be art.
These two people. They were in love with each other. The girl was very young, about 17 or 18, I guess. And the guy was quite a bit older. He was kind of raggedy and wild. And she was very beautiful.
The tuna are the equivalent of a sales bar with a good restaurant. And here are some more bones and the man's boot. And here are some more bones and the man's boot. And here are some more bones and the man's boot. And here are some more bones and the man's boot.
Mr. and Mrs. America, there is no cause for alarm. America has not fallen. Repeat, Mr. and Mrs. America, there is no cause for alarm. America has not fallen. Repeat, America has not fallen.
I couldn't stand being away from her during the day when he went to work.
The spectroscope indicates the gas to be hydrogen and moving toward the Earth with enormous velocity. The deposition of the observatory at Princeton confirms Farrell's observation and describes the phenomenon of space like a jet of big flame shot from a gun unfit. Now return you to the music of Ramon Rockello playing for you in the Meridian Room of the Park Plaza Hotel situated in downtown New York.
I wish to stay, or to interfere with art, which must be free in order to be art. Or to interfere with art, which must be free in order to be art. Or to interfere with art, which must be free in order to be art.
To white sharks, the tuna are the equivalent of a singles bar with a good restaurant.
Some of your panties. Oh, Paco, Paco, let's give away some of your panties. Oh, Paco, Paco, let's give away some of your panties.
And here are some more bones and the man's boot.
The hearing continued as follows.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, oh, yeah, to the white barn where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away.
I used to have to play that on the radio all the time in California the first time it came out, and it was a huge hit. I mean, not the Orb thing. It would have been nice to have had the opportunity to do that. They're coming to take me away thing by Napoleon the 13th, 14th, 15th. Anyway, that was the Orb live from our Maida Vale studios. Delta Mark II is the title of it. Excellent stuff. LP to follow shortly. Details of gigs and things in tomorrow night's programme.